And we are live back at you for episode 90 of the
Nine.
Prospect Chase Box Coffee and Rip. This is Jorge Prospector, and I'm joined by my good friend Prospector Ron.
Hey, here with a stack of wax behind me and an open mind, and gonna to have a full tank of gas here very soon too. So looking forward to upcoming week. Let's roll it. I hear there's news in the hobby about one of our favorite sets.
Yes.
We always say TCPA, but Topps Chrome Platinum Anniversary Edition coming up.
Yeah, before I do, let me use this opportunity, join us to plug our live because we are going live whenever we can at this point. Today just happens to be a Friday in the late morning, and so we do what we can. It's not always going to be a peak time, which affects our audience numbers, but I'm hoping that after I post it on IG and Facebook later on, strategically we'll catch more eyeballs in a recorded format. I'm thinking if we have any admin housekeeping news. I guess we do. We'll touch on it a little bit later because it has to do with 25 Bowman. But just know that we have a event that is filling up right now, a rip and ship of a 25 Bowman Hobby Jumbo
Jumbo.
box, and we're 12 pots every spot is getting a Jumbo Hobby pack. We're also throwing in a 24 Topps Heritage High Number Hobby box. So every spot will also get two of those hobby packs. We love that product. It has all the right folks, the right rookie class. And so we're throwing in 2 packs of that. So in total, you get every spot, only 12 spots, gets one jumbo hobby and two hobby packs. So it should be a live rip for the ages. We have those boxes, or soon she'll have them. So it'll be that first slate, I guess, whatever you call it, first run. What's going on, Carlos? We're looking forward to it as well. We'll touch on that here real quick. So that's the housekeeping side. That event is happening at the Topps After Dark group. If you're not a member, hit me up, hit run up, and we'll get you in there. All right, that housekeeping being said, and since Carlos just mentioned it real quick, we'll go ahead and touch on that first. We have is it our first or second? Official first.
Officially the first.
PCB Prospect Chase Box live outing, where some of the members of the Prospect Chase Box Reserve community, the special community, we're gonna get together at a Giants game. So I'll let Ron talk a little bit about that.
Well, it's a big opportunity for a lot of us. It's going to be the Giants versus the Kansas City Royals with Bobby Witt Jr. playing in the game. So it'll be nice to see him and Jung Ho Lee, who's been having a heck of a season for the Giants this year. It's don't know exactly what meetup time we're going to need to send that out probably a little bit early. Have to round up the guys, get them in there, but
Yeah,
it's going to be the heck of a show for us. And a heck of a showing for PCB. We're we're excited about it.
yeah.
I'm personally driving up a day early and going to hit Mr. Carlos, who's in the chat somewhere, whether it's here, I don't know, is it down below? It's over that way. Okay, that way. One of the directions. But he and I are going to be catching an A's game the day before, and then heading over to San Francisco from there. So looking forward to a nice outing. Who knows? Maybe we'll stretch it into a Dodger game on the way back. Who knows? I start with my journey starts with a Saturday game with the Padres. Sunday
Interesting.
off, Monday Athletics, Tuesday Giants. Maybe we throw it Wednesday.
A weekend of a glorious weekend of baseball awaits Ron and the Prospect Chase Box. Yeah, the time is yet TBD. I'm working on it. I'm working on it right now. I'm actually working on some aspects that may affect uh, when we meet. I suggest I'll just say this: It is right now the Royals. Royals. Is it 10th and 30th? 10th, something like that. Anniversary of their championship. So they're having all sorts of events this weekend up in Kansas City. And so one of my contacts is at that event because let's just put it that way. He's at that event. So yeah, they won in '85 and they won 10 years ago. Don't remind me who they played, please. That was a very I was insufferable for the wrong reasons for about 3 days. We had the lead in all those games, and our boy Familia, and a bunch of things happened. I mean that it was their destiny to win. Everything went right for them. So kudos to them, and I like the Royals, so all good. But yeah, they're having that thing this weekend, so I'm speaking with someone that could affect the time we get there. But I do suggest Carlos will maybe agree with me. There's a particular parking lot Carlos and I parked last time we went about a month ago or less, and I think it could work for this time. Given that it's a Tuesday, I don't expect there to be a big. Although those games are well attended, but that was a good lot because it's close to the stadium, and even though you're not supposed to tailgate, it says it right there on a big sign. And there was no one there when I parked, so who's gonna monitor that? So we'll see. But yeah, I'm excited, Carlos. Thanks for stopping by. So stay tuned. Yeah, it's good. That should be fun, and we'll be doing more of those stuff. So sign on to our group, and enjoy some of these outings.
Yep.
All right, let's
It's the
talk
first of many.
hobby. Let's talk hobby. By the way, pardon my very impromptu setup. I told Ron I can only go live now, and it's got to be in my garage. So that's what we're doing.
Live from Jorge's garage. It's
messy garage. I mean, I hope this was baseball card stuff, stacks of eBay stuff. It is not. It's stacks of Costco bulk purchases. Anyways, I'm sure that's the garage of like 90% of America. What I was gonna say. So,
hobby updates. You want to talk about Topps Series 1 pre-orders Series 2 pre-orders came out. I'm of the mindset that I'm not buying right now. So, it sold out in the jumbo format, which was 1 auto and 2 relics guaranteed in a box. That's not a
yeah. So,
and hobby is still available on Topps. And again, hobby is 1 auto or relic. So what are you going to hit? I'm hitting relic every time when I pull those.
That's why it's still available.
Yeah.
No. So, okay. I was going to talk about TCPA, but let's start with that. You're right. Topps Series 2. They caught a lot of flack because as usual as of recently, they come out with pre-orders availability, but they don't include the odds. They've caught a lot of flack for it, and now the odds are finally are on the website. So obviously, a lot of people want to look at the odds to see how much of a pain point it's going to be to land a gold or a vintage stock or a Mother's Day or those coveted whatever autos or what have you, type of autos. Point is, like, it's, and I don't know why they don't get in trouble with the law for this, but if you pre-order a product, you should know what the heck you're buying, what it's in it, right? So yes, they published the checklist when they went live for the pre-order, but not the odds, and I think that's misleading. They obviously, the jumbos are going to sell out quick because jumbos are a breaker product. They go through it really fast. Those are always going to sell, and they're not that expensive, to be honest. The product itself, we know about the shortcomings of 2025 rookie class. The product itself, I have not looked at the checklist. I asked Ron if he could peruse it before our or during our call, our live. But I know for a fact it just at the moment I saw it only had two pictures. It was Roki or Roku, whatever his name is, Sasaki,
Yeah,
and the other pitcher, which I think it was Jackson Job or Joby,
he's
whatever.
in there as well. So
Uh, who else did
looking
they
at,
put? Did they put Cam Smith at least, or
well, you kind of look through it. It's a few people you
if you
find out.
hit function 7 or whatever it is, or find, just put
Yeah.
RC
Yeah.
and it'll
Well,
find.
actually, it's listed as rookie on here, so you just
Okay,
text
oh really? Okay,
rookie on there, and it
so
runs down through the whole thing. But there's hundreds of them on here.
yeah,
There's a
that's
lot
why.
of rookies they've listed. I don't know how many of these people are actually rookies with these teams.
Yeah. If anyone is here on the live and can tell us who else is on it, I don't think it's worthy of anything. I personally am not touching the rookie class this year. I told Ron, so I'm not touching a hobby, that's for sure. That hobby box, even though it's not expensive, you could probably get it at your LCS
Yeah.
for $90.
It lists 59 rookies in the set. Trevor McDonald of the Giants, and on and on. I'm not going to go into details. Mason Montgomery, Angel Cheville.
Any other name that stands out?
No, there's really not a lot. You've got as you're going down through, you're looking at it going, all right, now Kumar Rocker. Okay, we kind of know that
another
name,
pitcher,
but,
by the way, but nah.
Yeah. As you
I
go down
pulled what is it called? The die cut or whatever of his in Bowman, 25 Bowman.
Yeah, I have no idea who Adam Klopfenstein is for the Blue Jays. I'm sorry.
So let's just tell people. I mean, my advice is not to buy this product. I mean, listen, it's not an expensive product. So if you want to take a crack at a hobby box and hope for the very elusive auto of someone good, veteran, or right, of someone good, then so be it. It's not usually the going price for an auto in Topps. It used to be $100. Now it's more like 125, 150 ish, and sometimes even more.
Yeah.
If the product is really premium. So if you want to throw your, roll the dice on if you get an auto for $90, I wouldn't pay more than that, because that product going to be in 2 years. That product's going to be $70 on David Adams.
Yeah. Walter Pennington, no idea who he is. Yeah. But then you do have a Darren Baker on here. Okay.
Yeah. I wouldn't spend money on on the hobby box. Jumbo, listen, I wouldn't either.
Little Acuna is there, Luis Angel.
Luis Angel Acuna, well,
he's on the list.
Still, this rookie class, no one's carrying this rookie class.
Nope.
They may say one or two, promising rookies for update, but even then, who knows?
Yeah.
So I wouldn't touch this with a long stick.
Now, having seen the odds this morning, I'm looking at them. I can't decipher them. Obviously, I haven't broken down the numbers. But one of the interesting things I saw here on their list was they have listed on the far right of the very column is a MLB Series 2 display box Japan HH. I'm not sure what that means, but it means that they're throwing odds out there for a Japan part of this as well. So
I mean, Series 2 an update, but Series 2 has always relied on some type of gimmick to push the product. So it doesn't surprise me. The only thing I'll say is, and I've told Ron this before, the one thing it does have going for itself, and we mentioned this in a prior episode, is that because they realized that gutting the black parallel in their efforts to standardize everything, whatever, they realized that was a mistake, because there's a huge hobby community that has runs of blacks since they came up with it. I want to say it's probably running like 20 something years now. They gutted it, and then they're like, oops, why did we do that? They got a lot of flack for it. So what they did to correct that situation is that they are going to bring it back for Series 2, and they're going to throw all the Series 1 cards that they did not print, the black ones. They're going to throw them out in Series, include them in the Series 2 prints. So it's likely they're doubling the amount of blacks essentially. I don't know. Remind me if black is a hobby exclusive apparel. I
I
don't
don't
think so.
know. I don't know. I'll try and find
I
it
think
here
it's
on the
only clear. The clear out of 10. I think that's
yeah
the only
the
one
acetate
that's
card.
hobby exclusive.
But
Um,
these aren't the other blacks that you're thinking about, the black hollow foil or
no. This is regular
This
black,
is a regular
black
paper
border.
black border, and it's numbered to the year of tops, which I think
Yeah,
this year is 74.
correct. 74. I'm pretty sure. Yes, or
Yeah,
73 or 74. I want to
yeah,
say
I don't
74.
one of those two.
Yeah. So that's interesting, and because of that, I told Ron the only really product, only thing I would do with this is if I got myself like a bulk order of hangers, uh, for a discounted rate at one of these third party providers that Ron and I sponsor every other, once in a while. Maybe I'll take. I mean, again, I told Ron this is as far as I'm prepared to talk about this release right now. Other than yes, it's on pre-order. You can order it. Dave and Adam has the Steel City. Steel City has them. Everyone has them. I think in the next episode we're gonna try to do a deeper dive on the at the odds list and tell you if how does it compare versus last year's, like how often these blacks come out, these golds come out, et cetera, et cetera. Right now we haven't seen it, so we'd be responsible to
I
mention.
can see the odds right here. So in the it's only the black /73 or 74 is only in the hobby box and the HTA boxes. So it's one in
Really?
every 1,400 plus packs for the
So
hobby.
it is a hobby exclusive product.
Yeah, it's also in HTA.
Well, that's hobby too. It's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
okay. Um, Interesting, because I had thought I pulled the black. I own a Mookie Betts black, but I thought I'd pulled that at a blaster, maybe not. From years past. I mean, I think it was
Yeah, that's
2002.
the only place it's in according to the odds
Okay,
right now.
okay, that makes sense. But still, people like to collect those golds and always checking out the. If you have it available, if you can tell what the parallel, what the odds are for pulling a gold. I know it's tough because they have gold foil, gold this, gold that,
Oh, I know.
so
Let me roll down here. We'll grab our gold.
if you
You
can,
know,
if not, we'll do a deeper dive on the next episode. We want to keep this episode. We wanted to. We started
yeah.
thinking that we were going to
So
do a short one, at least like half an hour. Maybe we still get there.
yeah, they have a
But
base gold card that's really oddly only in hanger packs. Believe it or not,
yeah, like gold foil. It's
that's a gold
hobby.
diamante.
It's weird. Yeah,
Hollow
that's what I'm
foil.
telling you, Ron. I think we should
Let's
skip this discussion because it seems that there's some funky things this time around. So we'll do a deeper dive in the next episode. Okay, so the hobby update I wanted to give people: Topps Chrome anniversary, Topps Chrome Platinum anniversary, TCPA, our beloved product. Or at least Ron and I's. Some people don't love it. This year, it's been a back and forth of sources saying they nixed it. No, they haven't. It's still gonna come in May. No, they haven't. Back and forth, back and forth. They say one thing apparently during that Topps industry conference, and then they have another type of meeting. I want to say 2 weeks ago or last week with LCSs, and they say something different. So who knows if they still don't know what the heck they're gonna do. But I'm here to read through all the nonsense, do the research, and see what's the most plausible scenario. And I've come with this as of 2 weeks ago, I think it was. What came out of the Topps industry conference was that there was going to be no 2024 Topps the TCPA, meaning that we were going to be deprived of the 24 rookie class, which we all love: Jackson Merrill, Jackson Chourio, Jackson Holiday, Paul Skeens, yada yada yada, all the others, right? And that the plan was to skip this year, and from next year onward, it was going to be every other year product. That's what was circulated. That's what it was put out there. That would have sucked because 2025 class is terrible, as we all know.
Yeah.
So that's what we knew as of 2 weeks. Now, I've got a new intel that apparently there is going to be a release this year, but it's going to be September. I had hinted at this last time, I think, where I told Ron privately that there was going to be a release this year of TCPA slated for September, which does not surprise me because September is always somewhat of a slow month for Topps. It's usually right after Chrome has been on live for a month and a half. There's no real big release that month. Update is still a month away or a month-ish away. Topps Chrome update is probably 2 months away. So September makes sense. What I'm hearing is that they don't know yet. It's coming in September of this year. What they don't know is if it's going to be 24 or 25. There seems to be a lot of credence, a lot of buying to the fact that it could be a combined product. Now, if that's the case, I think it kind of makes sense because, as we know, both this year's slated design, as well as next year's design, it's a horizontal design because 54 is it 55 and 56 or no 54 and 55
54 no. 55
they're both horizontal. That's the Clemente rookie, that's the Sandy Koufax famous or rookie or second year card. I think it's a rookie. I think Jackie Robinson may have a card like that too. I'm not sure. So from that standpoint, and I'm sure they may not want to do two horizontal designs, although I have also heard that there were going to be horizontal designs, but some also some vertical executions too, which is kind of weird. I'm not sure how that would work out. But if that is the case, I'm imagining they don't want to go back to the failed 21 TCPA. Not failed. Some people still collect it. But TCPA, when it first came out, was a ridiculously massive set. It was like 700 cards, I want to say. A lot of nonsense players had cards there. I think they corrected it in 22 and 23 by going to the 500 set. I think it's a good number. So what I think is, I don't think they're going to go back to 700, but it wouldn't surprise me if they have a combined set with 24 rookie class and 25 rookie class. That would be awesome, if you ask me. I don't want to have two horizontal design sets, honestly, if you ask me. And maybe then going forward, the product releases, every other year, and it has combined classes, right? Now, that would make it really cool because that would reduce the number of players to 250, right? So that means that your Andrew Jones, your Billy Wagner type players are not going to be in the regular checklist, right? I would be thrilled if that was the case. Maybe they bump up the checklist. Maybe it's 600. Maybe it's back to 700. Who knows? But I think apparently the new consensus is that there is going to be a 25 release in September. I released this year, and that it looks like it's a combined product. Hopefully that's the case. What do you think about that, Ron?
It's going to be interesting how they would be able to pull off having rookies from two different years marked as rookie cards in a single set. So
hold on, because in this scenario, it's a different design.
Cards. Two different designs. I understand that, but it just seems odd that there'd be that many cards in that box and they'd be able to get away with it. But it stops. They make the rules.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be. It would be like in my scenario. In the scenario that I proposed, that is 500 cards, it'll be just 250 cards each year.
Yeah.
But there's also a scenario where they go back to 700 cards and it's 350 for each.
Yeah, and
Um,
it was such a massive set, and there were so many oddball people in there. I mean, how many times do you want to pull an Eric Gagne card or something like that? You know?
yeah, yeah. I mean, but listen, technically, so technically it could be a valid way of having both rookie classes, because like technically they're two. Like, yeah, I mean, if I produce a 2024 design, and a 2020 design, then it's, as long as it's separate design, it doesn't matter what year
Theoretically, yeah.
technically it comes out. I mean, every
It just
product comes out the year after,
Yeah,
right?
it seems a little odd to me, but if they could pull it off, I'd probably, I'm going to be buying it anyway because I like that product.
Oh, that product, dude. If it's this way, if it comes out with 24 class in any way, combined or not, dude, it can compete for a product of the year if you ask me. Just based on the fact that this only usually has blaster and hobby executions,
Yeah,
SKUs. This product has a ton of autos, and that's why this product is so amazing, and that's why it sells so well in the wild, because those blasters have a ton of autos in them. Now, some of them are going to be Luis Urias. No offense. Um,
well, the
but
last time I picked up Luke Voigt autos,
but some of them are going to be Bobby Witt,
yeah,
right? Or Paul Skeens in this case. So, man, I'm excited that at least it doesn't seem to be completely nixed. And I think it would be so, I mean, again, it's bad because it's we don't know, because we like to say that it would be tone deaf of Tops but they have been so tone deaf so often. Um, the fact that there's so much confusion and so back and forth, it leads me to believe that they're listening at feedback, and they know that they have to do something. Because I think if there wasn't a hope that 24 is someone in there, I think we would know by now. I think
yeah.
it would be, yep, like, you know,
Well,
just, now I'll say this too. I'll throw this in there and see how this changes your mind. Did you realize that I have some water here? I should grab some. Did you realize that on the Topps website, there is a link there somewhere where they tell you what their next Chrome products are?
I used to know where that was at, where they would talk about their future releases,
I
but
think it's in the rotating whatever, right?
Yeah.
Links that they probably. And in that, when they did, I saw it last year, or maybe they had it on Twitter. I forget. They had a slide that said Topps Chrome 2025 Chrome, right? Like next upcoming releases, and it said Topps Chrome, obviously. Then I think it said Topps Chrome something, not black, because that came out already.
Yeah.
Another thing, Sonic or Cosmic or something, and the last one was Topps Chrome Platinum.
Interesting.
So,
those were
so
the
there is a
industry
set
slides
coming.
were shared by quite a few people. So we'll have to track those down for our next episode.
There is a set coming. I am positive that there's a set coming in September. Now, what we have to pray is that they're going to throw in some 24 rookie class cards in there. So that's the update, guys. And that apparently they're not going to be doing this every year. It's going to be skipping a year. So that kind of makes sense. If they're skipping a year, they're going to be... Listen, it would be stupid of them to skip a year and completely not print any cards of that rookie class they missed. Yeah. So it's going to be a combined year product. It has to be. Hopefully we don't get 900 cards, Ron.
Ugh. Well, I know that for a fact that it was just too many in some years, because we were trying to put together complete sets was almost impossible with the number of cards.
Right. Anyways, that's the update I had. We talked about our team, about our prospect chase box event outing. We talked about
excited
TCPA.
About that. That's for sure.
Talked about hobby. About Series 2 hobby. What else? 25 Bowman.
Still hitting. Some people are finding packs in the wild, from what I understand.
Target has some. I went to an errand run yesterday. I hit the restock. They were already, half of them were gone. Because I'm guessing the restock, it's got to be at least 12 blasters. At least. There were about 6. There were 6 left. I grabbed 3. And I grabbed 3. And yes, and then I opened one yesterday. I posted it on our group, and my first pack wasn't bad. I hit some shiny inserts. I hit a paper pink. I hit a Padre Reptilian, I guess is what they're calling this.
Okay.
So I have this light here.
Yeah, but I can see that. I didn't know the names of the set yet.
And I got an auto.
That's
so a Yankee.
great.
How old is this dude? He's not even 20. 18-year-old, maybe? 07. What is that? Yeah, 18 years old.
Yep.
Shortstop is this? Who is this? What is he? Third baseman. I'm guessing out of the DR. Yep. Out of La Romana in the DR. So I think it sells for about $70. Probably going to list it. And I have another box here that I told Ron, if you want to rip something, I can. Do you have anything to rip? For rip and snip? No, nothing. Should I rip something?
You can, and
for the next time.
Just so people know, right now the 2025 Bowman is still up and available on the Target website.
Yeah,
it's Friday at 11:48 p.m. or a.m. Pacific. So when you see this, it may not be available there, but hey, here's another opportunity.
It's always printed. A decent amount, a decent clip. Some people argue that the first run has more. They front load a lot of the autos. It's tough to say. The good autos, tough to say. Blasters though seem like a good rip. Just based on the fact that there are autos in there, and some are paper, but as you saw, some are not, and some are parallel to green to whatever. So I wouldn't buy a hobby box because hobby box, just again based on price, price formula. I think that the product, as we all know, and we talked about this in our last episode, the product is a little bit overpriced. However, given what autos are going for this year, it doesn't seem that bad if you get a jumbo hobby. So that's why we went with the jumbo hobby route and blasters. I think hobby is not a good deal. You're paying how much for hobby? Is it $300?
I thought it was right around there.
Yeah, for one auto.
Yeah, after the pre-orders, it was a little jacked up for the straight order afterwards, and I think it was nearly $300. So
I think it's probably going for $260, $270 now.
Yeah,
but even $250 for one auto seems ridiculous.
And the jumbos were originally on the pre-sale at $499 or something, like $480 or something. Came out to just about $500 a box for the 3 autos, which is still high, but
it's high. But as we were talking about, it's given everything. I think it's, and given that it seems to be a good rookie class, a good prospect class full of position papers. Sometimes you get classes with a bunch of pictures. 2021, for example, had a lot of pictures. So yeah, that's gonna be awesome. I am bringing to the live event on Tuesday. I am bringing, hopeful that we can get a chance to run into Bobby and he can sign some cards. I'm bringing a gift for him as well, a numbered card that I'm going to give him. He is a collector. It's disappointing that MJ Melendez, Todd, if you're watching this, who's also a big collector and friends with Bobby, he was sent down. I want to say a week or 2 weeks ago. He was sent down to AAA, and he's not doing well. So
sometimes guys just need to work out that kink, whatever that is.
I don't know, man. Last we'll say I'll leave the rips for when Ron has something. Maybe we can do a box battle. We're trying to go live early next week. We'll get that out of the way, but we'll see. MLB. Today is the start of the first Subway Series, Mets Yankees, where Soto will be booed. I'm looking forward to seeing how that dynamic
Well,
turns
there's
out.
some interesting things about that Subway Series. You know, they try to make it a rival series. The nice thing is the Cubs and White Sox are playing at Wrigley, and it's all afternoon games, just traditional old school Cubs baseball there. That's something that would be a heck of a lot of fun to go see. Seattle comes to San Diego for this rivalry. There is no rivalry, but they've named it the Vedder Cup after Eddie Vedder of Pearl Jam because he was a San Diego guy originally. You know, he
Is
grew
that
up
what
down
they're
here.
doing? The MLB's doing like a weekend of rivalry games or
Yeah,
something? Yes.
yeah,
Okay.
very much so.
Interesting. I hadn't caught on to that. Well, the Pope better give the White Sox some mojo. You know, the Pope's a big White Sox fan. Did you know
Yeah,
that?
that's what we hearing. That's what we're hearing. That
So
white smoke was white for White Sox.
man, I'll tell you something. If I'm gonna bid on some of those White Smoke cards. I did not buy. I did not place an order, so I'm not one of the 175K printed. But I will try to get some parallels out of it on Feebay. We'll see how that goes when they come out. I'm still waiting for my first, second bonus card. I think the JDum card was shipped. Did you get that notification?
No, I did not. Turns out that one of the orders that was canceled was my Yankees one twice. They
Oh,
canceled my
snaps.
order.
There you get
I
no
went back
JDum.
to it when I didn't get my first one from the Aaron Judge. It's like, what happened here? So
As we've talked about, you're not missing much based on the
yeah,
design. It's so terrible. They slapped the big ass bonus word on the card, which is also always terrible for value. I don't know. I got my Judge one. I don't even know where it is. That reminds me. I'm gonna post it on Feebay. I want to get out of here. I wish they did the gold that they were doing last year. That was so nice.
yeah,
Those,
they need to do better at that. I look at the goals from last year, like that Otani was just a beautiful card.
the
I
Otani
have
was
it here on my
beautiful.
desk. I don't know where I put it at the moment, but
Imagine getting that Otani signed. Yeah, right. Um, by him, that would look so good. I know Carlos, if he's still watching, Carlos got his gold Wyatt um, signed. Was that a bonus card? Did he do something last year that was bonus worthy, or was that a regular straight? It was. It was a bonus card because it had that gold
yeah.
gold look. Was it a 3-homer game? Was it a cycle? I think it was a cycle. He hits for the cycle last year, and so he had that card signed by him in person. It looked really good.
Yeah. Well, we're looking forward. If I can think of any Bobby Witts I can pull out of my set, I'll bring them. But
I have a fantastic. Should I show it? Have I not shown it?
I don't know.
When I'm trying to get Bobby to sign, I'll show it to you. Hold on. I think I did. So I'm trying to get this signed. So okay, this for scale purposes. This is the card I have. This is the gift card. The gift that I have for him, number 250 of Oban's best, a top's finest, which I think looks really cool. Actually, I might keep this. A top's finest chrome. It's like color blasty,
Yeah.
Inception ish. So it looks really cool. But what I'm hoping to get signed for scale purposes again.
Oh, the oversized. Yeah, I forgot
is the
about the box topper.
Oversized box topper. Bobby Witt
Stadium
rookie
Stadium Club. That's a heck
Stadium
of a
Club
card.
card. This card I think would look so cool. Many colors would play here. but I may just go with the regular blue. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I probably would maybe get him signing up in the red area.
Maybe a blue or a pink would pop. I mean, if it's for PC, the value is it's irrelevant. Many people don't like the pink,
Yeah.
but
But
I think a pink would look really
Todd wants
cool.
you to know that that card would look great in his collection.
Well, eBay, I got a good deal on eBay. No, but this card signed by him would be everything. I
You
would
know,
I would
I
probably mount this.
yeah, I did get a Skeens box topper this year, so got that set aside. Maybe I'll
I'm all about those box toppers getting signed. I'm telling you.
okay.
This would be really cool.
Yeah,
Anyways,
I'll have to pull them up and get it signed from over here. So,
all right.
well,
That's all I got.
I'm
Let's
just
set-
looking forward to this trip, getting out there, meeting with you guys, getting to see a few guys in person. You know, I've had very close relationships with a lot of you guys, just not always in person. You and I have met.
Yeah.
You know, Jarek and I have met in person, along with
Carlos, right?
no, I've not met Carlos in person yet.
Okay.
We're working on that. So Assad was at the game.
You're not
with us.
missing much. Just kidding.
Assad made the game with us at Dodger Stadium that night. He was a special guest appearance. So
Yeah,
looking
forward to it. It's gonna be fun. Let's touch base this weekend to work out the final kinks.
Yeah.
But no, it's gonna be fun, and I think we're probably gonna go live.
Yeah, one of the things I'd like to throw out there is think of a pack you want to bring with you for a stadium rip.
Yes,
we
absolutely.
could do some PCB stadium rips there. So I'm going to look through my stuff, figure out what I want to bring. Maybe I'll bring a blaster of the Bowman with me.
Let's do that. All right, folks. That's going to do it for today. Thanks for watching, and we will catch you on the next one. For Jorge, for Ron, this is Jorge Prospector. Out.